Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm S. Maxine Fisher, an author, fiber artist, and queer parent of one, and today is going to be a cozy crochet and chat vlog. I have a special project that I'm working on that I am excited to share with you guys, so without further ado, let's get into it. A couple of months ago, somebody had reached out to me through social media to see if I could do a project for them. Initially they had ordered one of my dragon plushies. It was this cool big strawberry dragon, but immediately after ordering it, they kind of backpedaled and said, I'm not sure this is really what I want, that I have this gift in mind for my cousin and I want it to be strawberry, but I'm not sure if I really want this dragon. So the long story short is I ended up refunding them. They said that they were going to purchase something else and did not for a significant amount of time. So I was like, okay, sounds like they really didn't feel like the thing that I was offering was the right thing for them, and they decided to keep looking. Well, later this week, I actually got an order from this person. I recognized the name right away. So as I was going through my Facebook messages with them, just trying to remember exactly what it was that they had specified that they wanted, they reached out to me through my square and were like, oh no, I think I ordered the wrong fruit theme, because it was a fruit themed dragon snuggler. So they were describing to me exactly what it was they wanted out of this snuggler, and I do offer these fruit-themed dragon snugglers by CrochetbyGenna. They kind of look like this. They have this dragon head with the little angry eyebrows and the nostrils that look very dragony. Here, I'll show off my Charizard. So this is actually a custom that I'm working on. But I tend to go rogue and do my own thing. So with these, I made them fruit themed. So the one that's in the display is watermelon, and it has these wings that are bright watermelon color with the black seeds. But they wanted strawberry. And every time they describe what they wanted, they kept saying more strawberry, more strawberry. So eventually they sent me a photo of what they had envisioned, and this was the photo. No kidding. So this is apparently a strawberry shortcake bat dragon that is a character from a game show that their cousin was into. So I was like, yes, I can definitely make that. Internally, I'm going, okay, let me think about this. How will I make that? Because I have to figure out the logistics of how to alter the pattern from this to this. So I have been wanting to design a snuggler for a hot second. I actually designed a pattern recently that was a red panda, and when I saw this strawberry shortcake bat dragon, I was like, ooh, you know what? I think I can kind of reuse the head structure from that red panda with some of the color changes and even the facial shape, because I feel like that kind of almost nails the face shape that I'm looking at. The feet are going to be interesting because this character has detached feet, and I've got to make it look like that character. So I am very excited to get to work and show you what I've gotten started on so far. This is the little tail. Look at this. It's so cute with the strawberry. I'm going to sew white seeds onto the strawberry, and I picked red for it because I have Parfait plush. And for those of you who don't know, Premier Yarns is like an amazing source for plushie yarns, and they have a thicker yarn they call Parfait Plush. It's kind of about the same weight as Sweet Snuggles Light, and you can kind of intermix it with Sweet Snuggles Light. So I have the hot pink color that I'm going to use for the feet and parts of the body, and then I have white, and I went out to Michael's and I got this nice cream color, because you can't have strawberry shortcake without a nice creamy cream. So look at that. So this is what I'm going to use. I could have used Parfait Chunky, but I haven't ordered from Premier in a minute, and I'm running low on stuff, but I did not want my customer to have to wait on my next online Premier order. So I did decide to size up the yarn because I have all the other colors I need. These snugglers are pretty jumbo as advertised, and they definitely, you know, they paid full price for it. I want to make sure that they have their money's worth, that it's a nice jumbo snuggler. The Parfait Chunky tends to come out a little smallish. So I'm thinking I'm going to reuse the head from the red panda, to make the head, and I'm just going to do those color changes around the snout, and I'm going to do the feet kind of like I did the red panda. Have like kind of these ball shaped chunky feet where I can color change from the pink to the white. And for the snuggler body, I'm just going to start from the tail up. I did the tail already. I'm just going to keep going and crochet all those feet in. If I am lucky, maybe I can crochet the ears in as well if I can get it on the right round. That way I can spend attention to detail when I do the horns, which are going to need to be sewed on, and all the embroidery that's going to be needed for the strawberries. The wings, I have the perfect yarn, and I'm going to show you guys. So this was part of my final little Joann's haul right before my local Joann's shut down. I've never seen this yarn anywhere else before. I have Bernat blanket. It is baby blanket. It is strawberry dot, and it's so buttery soft. But I think this will be perfect for those little candy striped wings. I don't know that anything I have can really replicate a stripe without color changing, and I don't want to color change just kind of single crocheting down the spine of the wings. So I'm going to use this, and this with the cream. Let's see how this looks with the cream. There you go. Doesn't that give strawberry shortcake vibes with the strawberries and the cream? I'm so excited about this project. This is going to look awesome. All right, let me get to work on these legs. Okay, folks, coming on to show you my progress. And I'm not going to lie, I think I am going to have to do some frogging because this is how it's coming so far. Now, I feel like the body is the right size, but look at these front legs. This is definitely too big. I like how the back legs came out, but I feel like I'm going to need to use a smaller arm type on these. I don't know. I was looking at the photo and feeling like, okay, the feet are all kind of the same size, but to make this in Snuggler version, I think I am going to need to remove these feet and just hang on to them. Maybe I can reuse this on another plushie because I did the back legs and the front legs both the same, and I'm not liking what I see. So I am not going to stop until this is perfect and it's the way that I want it and the way that my customer is envisioning it. So we're going back to the drawing board and we're going to rip. Yay, bye-bye. As my son says, bye-bye legs, bye-bye. All right, folks, just coming on to show my progress. Here's what I got so far. Look at the little legs. They're so cute. These are gonna be those little goofy feet. Now that I'm looking at this on camera, I wonder if I did this wrong because I feel like I can see this has more rounds than this. I might need to frog this and take another look at it. But yeah, I might need to redo this leg. But anyway, this is the idea. They're gonna be these little paws that have the pink bottoms and the white tops, and then the belly of the dragon is going to be cream colored. I am going to get started on the body now. I've got 4 of these, so I'm going to crochet them right into the body of the dragon, and let's see how it comes out. Wish me luck. All right, folks, here is my progress so far. It's not a whole lot different than the other one. I feel like, but this just feels better. Like the arms are slightly smaller. They don't kind of bulk out, and I am happier with this. So I've got the body done. Yay! I just need to finish the neck up, and then we'll start working on the head. Okay, folks, I am all done with the body. Yay! She's so cute. Look at the strawberry tail. I did a kind of a shorter tail than the Jenna dragon just because I feel like this particular dragon has a shorter tail. But yeah, it's so cute. The arms came out, I made them a little bit shorter and just a little bit smaller, and I think that really fits. It's not too obtrusive, and from the front, it really does look like, you know, the feet are kind of equal, but they don't feel as bulky as before. I don't love sewing with Parfait Plush or Parfait Chunky, so I think I'm going to try to crochet the head in, the body into the head as I go. A hot tip for those of you who are crocheters, if you are making a snuggler or a lovey that has this unstuffed body style, you can actually crochet the body directly into the head. If you fast forward to the pattern, go down where you find it says for the assembly and see which round you are crocheting, which round you're sewing the head onto the body. So if it says sew the body and head together on rounds, 13, between rounds 13 to 14, when you get to that round, you can actually start crocheting. So crochet like half, if you're pinching this body in half, the front half of the stitches go into that round when you're making the head. And then when you go all the way around the next round, you're going to crochet in the back row. So you have the front, you have the front stitches crocheted into one round and the back ones crocheted into the next round. You can just pinch the body shut and crochet it all into the same round. That'll just give it a little bit less dimension, and it's really up to your style, but there is no need to sew a snuggler together unless you're really unsure as to where you want to place it if you're kind of designing one for the first time. So that's my hot tip. That being said, I am going to get to work on the head. Hey everyone, it is Saturday and I have not been filming in a hot second, but I have been working on this under the table. Hi Lily. I have been working on this mostly at night when my kid is asleep. Shh, be quiet. I'm trying to film here. I have been working on this mainly at night while my kid is asleep and my cat is locked away in the bedroom. So I want to show you my progress. I am sorry I have not had a chance to catch you up on the progress, but here he is. This came out way different than I was expecting, but here is the wing. I have been working on this nonstop. And I have literally one more wing to do. So I've got to copy the pattern in reverse and do the other wing and sew them on. And then she is almost done. She is so close to being done. I love it. Most of my dragons, I put the large, the sinker eyes, but I tried every color of sinker eyes on this girl and I felt like none of them really worked. Looking at this versus the picture, and I'll put a picture up on the screen, the one in the picture literally has these big plain kind of button style eyes. So at the end of the day, I ended up just using the plain black safety eyes. I really hope my customer's happy with it because it was the closest I could get to really just recreating the vision. But look at how good the wing came out. I want to hold it up the correct way. Look at that. This was actually a lot more work than it looks like because I had to go back and forth over the little ribs with slip stitches. But I'm really happy with it. Here's the tail with a little strawberry. And the one last thing I need to do for her is do the little white horn. So I'm gonna work on that now while my kid's asleep. Fingers are crossed that I can get this done. I really want to finish this tonight so I can focus on my next project and get this little girl off to her new home. So cute, so cute. Okay, I hope the customer is happy with how this came out because oh my god, she's so adorable. All right, I'll check back in when it's all finished. Hi everyone, I am finally coming on. I know it's been a hot second, but I wanted to show you the finished product. So spoilers, it has been a hot minute and I actually have already shipped the strawberry shortcake bat dragon out. It kind of dragged out toward the end and I really needed to ship it out to my customer and be able to get it out there for a birthday that was coming up. So I went ahead and took some video outside and I'm going to put it right up here and I'm going to show you the strawberry shortcake bat dragon. So take a look. I am really, at the end, I was super happy with it and so was my customer. They reached out to say that the person that it was for was really super happy and felt like I hit the nail on the head. I did a lot of freehanding on this little guy. The original pattern was kind of like this and it was like this spicy looking dragon face and I knew I couldn't do that when I took a look at the photos. So I modified the head a lot. I totally freehanded the ears, the tail, even the body and the legs. Well, I basically freehanded the whole thing. The wings, I ended up using a special technique that I kind of made up on the spot. So I made like kind of this wedge-shaped piece in the cream. Did a border up one side and over, and then turned around and did slip stitches all the way up to kind of make it feel like it had a hard spine. But then for the like the strawberry shortcake colored spines on the wings, I slip stitched down one way and then turned around, like turned the piece over, and in the backs of those slip stitches, I did another round of, I don't know if I did single crochets or slip stitches, but I think I did slip stitches all the way up the back. So it would have kind of this little rigid spine that sticks out that wasn't another separate crochet piece. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that he turned out. Honestly, guys, I had to sit on this for a hot second. After I got it all finished up, like it was so different from a lot of the other products I make that I really second guessed myself. I just hung in there before sewing it together because I wasn't 100% sure on the body. I felt like it was really small. But taking a look at the pictures, I feel like the dragon that inspired it does have kind of a smallish body, and really big, huge wings. So I think I got it to look like the original. And the customer did reach out after they received it and said that they were super, super happy with it, that I really hit the nail on the head, and just kind of thanked me profusely for going the extra mile to make sure that this looked like the dragon that they really wanted, not just another copy of the pattern that I had on hand. So at the end of the day, I am happy. I did have one big scare with the post office, guys. So this is what happened. I use an app that is an authorized partner of USPS. It's called Pirate Ship. And it basically creates a third-party shipping label that uses a commercial rate, and you just manually have to input the address and all the package details. Well, I sent out a big load of packages to USPS, and the first time I tried to send them out, I scheduled a pickup, and the carrier literally just left it sitting on the doorstep. They didn't touch it. So I had to take those packages to the post office myself, and I dropped them off. I had my wife and baby in the car because we were on our way to an outing, and long story short, I left the package with them without waiting for them to scan all the items in and get a receipt, because I usually trust this post office. Now, the next day, I see all these messages popped up on Facebook, and apparently some vendors were having trouble with pirate ship labels where the USPS wasn't recognizing them and was saying that they were like fraudulent postage or something, and like that particular person had been told allegedly by somebody that they believed was USPS that they were seizing packages and cracking down and not sending the packages back. So I panicked, and I went on Pirate Ship, and the label had not been scanned in. It was still saying waiting for USPS to receive the item. So I got up at like 8 a.m. and ran my butt down to the post office to see if they still had my package. And I wasted like my whole morning doing this. But long story short, they did not. And they reassured me and said, okay, it's okay. Sometimes you don't see it scanned when we picked it up, even though we scanned it. But it'll be scanned again when it gets to the distribution center, and then you'll see the tracking. And they said, we're not seizing packages, and if the label needs adjustment, either they'll bill you or they'll just send it back to you. So I breathed and I signed up for delivery notifications. So I kind of got the little text messages as it was going across the country to my customer, because yes, it did get scanned in and it did get to them. And I am very happy that I did end up doing this project. It was a challenge. And I don't often do like full-fledged custom orders for this reason, because there was a lot of frogging involved and kind of a lot of second guessing myself. But this definitely taught me to have confidence in my skills and know that at the end of the day, if somebody asks for something specific, I can probably do it. It might take a little bit more work than I anticipated, because that's always what seems to happen. But I did it, and he turned out fantastic. So that is the strawberry shortcake dragon, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video and got inspired. If you like my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button so I can see you in the next one. I have lots more custom makes that I am getting ready to crack my knuckles and make, and I actually have a couple of markets coming up, so it's going to be a real busy summer. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!